Hey guys, welcome to another trivia show. We're going to start here in a little bit when people join in. Using a new camera tonight. So, welcome. I want to thank my brother for helping me out with the camera. I want to thank everyone for joining in. Like I said, I'm going to give it just a little bit of time to get some people joined in. And let's see how all this goes. Got a couple people joining in right now. We'll wait a little bit longer, get a few more, and then we'll get going. It's been a wonderful holiday season here in the Valley. And I hope everyone else is having a great holiday season as well. Thanks again to Pontiquities for allowing me to use the music. It's made these shows so much better. And let's start a little bit of trivia. Question 1 this evening is, what folk remedy became American slang for a bogus cure-all? Again, what folk remedy became American slang for a bogus cure-all? Happy holidays to you. Okay, that question was, what folk remedy became American slang for a bogus cure-all? Just answer along. I should see it on my feed here. Like I said, this is a new camera, so I'm adjusting a little bit. Did a bunch of tryouts with it. And if the tryouts are what's going to happen right now, I should see the comments right up in the corner here. Again, that was what folk remedy became American slang for a bogus cure-all. Well done, David. Correct. And that was what folk remedy became American slang for a bogus cure-all. The answer is snake oil. Next question. In which U.S. city were most of the John Hughes movies filmed? Again, in which U.S. city were most of the John Hughes movies filmed? Again, thank you all for joining in. I really appreciate it. We've done some testing with this camera. Seems to be working great. Just waiting for the comments section to still work. Not LA, but a good guess. I'm glad to see the comments are still working. Again, that was in which U.S. city were most of the John Hughes movies filmed? Well done. Correct. Kenny, good guess. Good job. Again, that was. In what U.S. city were most of the John Hughes movies filmed? In which U.S. city were most of the John Hughes movies filmed? And the answer is Chicago. Next one. What is the most widely consumed meat in the U.S.? Again, what is the most widely consumed meat in the U.S.? Christy. Well done, Janelle. Not beef. I believe that's second. And that wasn't. What is the most widely consumed meat in the U.S.? Thanks, Janelle. And that was, what is the most widely consumed meat in the U.S.? The answer is poultry or chicken. Next one. What profession takes the Hippocratic Oath? Again, what profession takes the Hippocratic Oath? Well done, Janelle. Well done, Christy. What profession takes the Hippocratic Oath? Good job, David. And that was, what profession takes the Hippocratic Oath? And the answer is physicians or doctors or the medical field take the Hippocratic Oath. Next one. What is the most populated island in the U.S.? Again, what is the most populated island in the U.S.? Hey, Joe. I'm glad you're here. McCallum's here too. Not Manhattan. Lots of people work there, but not a lot of people live there. 40's here, McCallum's here, some old school deadheads. Well done, Tom. And that was, what's the most populated island in the U.S.? Well done, Kenny. Well done, Janelle. Well done, David. Again, that was, what is the most populated island in the U.S.? And the answer is Long Island. Next one. Which NBA player has the record for the most rebounds in a game? Again, that was, which NBA player has the record for the most rebounds in a game? Thanks again to Pumptiquities. Not Rodman, but a good guess. He always had that. He gets 20 rebounds in a game or something like that. Maybe it was 40. He was gonna strip naked and quit the game. I think that Berlinski's trying to look at it. But thank you for being here, 40. Not the round of rebound. Good guess time. Again, that was which NBA player has the record for the most rebounds in the game. Good job, Janelle. Not Rodman, good guess though, Tom. And that was what NBA player has the record for the most rebounds in the game. No, you didn't miss the answer. I think you got that one, Janelle. Or Jessica. Maybe I'm misreading. My feed for the comments is in the corner, and I'm misreading it. Sorry. Again, that was which NBA player has the record for the most rebounds in the game. And that's Wilt Chamberlain with 55. Next one. In 1956, what was Elvis Presley's first movie? Again, that was in 1956. What was Elvis Presley's first movie? If anybody's able to tip, it's super appreciated. On Venmo, I'm Kevin-McMahon-83. I'm glad you enjoy the trivia questions. Not Blue Hawaii, welcome Bates. 40's here too, Bates. Again, that was in 1956. What was Elvis Presley's first movie? Not Blue Hawaii. That one is Janelle for sure. And that was in 1956. What was Elvis Presley's first movie? Well, I'm David, correct. Not Jailhouse Rock, good guess, Bates. And that was in 1956. What was Elvis Presley's first movie? And that was in 1956. What was Elvis Presley's first movie? And the answer is Love Me Tender. Sticking in that vein, what common produce used to be called love apples? And that was what common produce used to be called love apples. Not pomegranate. Good guess, Bates. Well done, David. And that was what common produce used to be called love apples, not pomegranates. what common produce used to be called love apples, and that was tomatoes. Next one, which Hershey's candy was named due to a manufacturing error? I'll turn down the music. Again, that was, which Hershey's candy was named due to a manufacturing error? This camera has a mic attached to it, and it has like a leveler thing, so it doesn't peak and it doesn't distort. Not Kisses. And that was what Hershey's candy was named due to a manufacturing error. The name kind of makes sense for an error. When I read it, I thought it was pretty interesting. Awesome. All I had to do is turn down the music a little bit. And that was what Hershey's candy was named due to a manufacturing error. Like I said, the name kind of makes sense for an error. Not O. Henry. I forget what that was named for, but that makes sense for an error as well. Not Twix. First word is milk. Not whatchamacallit. When I ate candy, that was a candy bar I particularly liked. Again, that was what Hershey's candy was named due to a manufacturing error. And milk is the first word. Well done. Well done, Janelle. Again, that was what Hershey's candy was named due to a manufacturing error. Well done, Christy. And that was which Hershey's candy was named due to a manufacturing error. And the answer is Milk Duds. Janelle, you should know one of these. What are the only 2 U.S. states that don't have self-serve gas stations? I like little facts like that, Christy, where little cool trivial facts. I try to make my shows have a lot to do with that. Again, that next one was, what are the only 2 U.S. states that don't have self-serve gas stations? Well done, Janelle. You're quite the traveler, though, so sure you've been in both. I know you live in the one. Oregon is one of them. And that was one of the only 2 U.S. states that don't have self-serve gas stations. And I already said that Oregon is one. What is the other? Well done, Jessica. And that was one of the only 2 U.S. states that don't have self-serve gas stations. And the answer is Oregon and New Jersey. Next one. Who's the first sitting president to visit Graceland? Again, who was the first sitting U.S. president to visit Graceland? Not Clinton. Not Reagan. Well done, Jessica. And that was, who was the first sitting U.S. president to visit Graceland? Not Nixon, but there is a history between him and Elvis. Again, that was, who was the first sitting president to visit Graceland, and that is George W. Bush. Next one. Which U.S. city has the most movies filmed in it? Again, which U.S. city has the most movies filmed in it? I'll give you all a hint. It's not L.A. Again, if anybody's able to tip, I appreciate it. I've been on Kevin-McMahon-83. All the other ways are listed around this feed. Nope, not Los Angeles. Wes, welcome. Not Boston. Not Vegas. It's got a hola. It's got a big park in the middle of it. Not Hollywood. I was surprised when I saw this. Again, it was, which U.S. city has the most movies filmed in it? It's got a huge park in the middle of it. Well done, Christy. Thanks, Chris. Happy holidays to you as well. Again, that was, which U.S. city has the most movies filmed in it? And that's New York City, Central Park being the major attraction there. Next one. Aspirin comes from the bark of what tree? And that is, aspirin comes from the bark of what tree? Not birch. Well done, David. Well done, Wes. And that was, aspirin comes from the bark of what tree? Well done, Chris. And that was, aspirin comes from the bark of what tree? Well done, Jessica. And that was, aspirin comes from the bark of what tree? And the answer is willow. Next one. In what mountain range did Rip Van Winkle take his 20-year nap? Again, in what mountain range did Rip Van Winkle take his 20-year nap? Well, sometimes all you have to do is get one, Chris. Well done, Tom. And that was, in what mountain range did Rip Van Winkle take his 20-year nap? Not Appalachians. And that was, in what mountain range did Rip Van Winkle take his 20-year nap? Well done, Chris. And that was, in what mountain range did Rip Van Winkle take his 20-year nap? And the answer is the Catskills. Next one. What is the largest freshwater fish species in the world? It's also the largest in North America. Again, what is the largest freshwater fish species in the world? And again, it's also the largest in North America. Not the muskie. Well done, David. Well done, Wes. And that was, what is the largest freshwater fish species in the world? It's also the largest in North America. I want to take this opportunity one more time to thank my brother for helping me out with this camera. And also, I'd like to thank my friend Cope for coming over and helping me set it all up. Thank you both. Thanks, John. Again, that was, what is the largest freshwater fish species in the world? And that is the sturgeon. Next one. Which Power 5 NCAA football team did the first woman play for? Again, which Power 5 NCAA football team did the first woman play for? Fairly recently. Well done, Kenny. And that was which Power 5 NCAA football team did the first woman play for? Well done, David. Fairly recently, and I think she scored her first point. It was the first woman to score a point in a Power 5 NCAA football team. It may have been this weekend. Again, that was which Power 5 NCAA football team did the first woman play for? And she is a kicker for Vanderbilt. I believe that she just got her first point maybe yesterday. Next question. Which U.S. commercial airport has the most runways? Again, which U.S. commercial airport has the most runways? Not Atlanta, but good guess. I know for many years that was the busiest. Well done, David. Again, that was which U.S. commercial airport has the most runways? It has 8 runways. Not Orlando. If that's what ORD is, Janelle, I'm sorry. Again, that was which U.S. commercial airport has the most runways. It's not Newark. It's where you're from, Janelle. I have flown in and out of there more than a handful of times. Again, that is which U.S. commercial airport has the most runways? Oh, well then Janelle, you were right. And I did not know that was what the acronym for it was. I apologize. Again, that was which U.S. commercial airport has the most runways, and that is Chicago O'Hare with 8. The next one, the wire inside an electric bulb is known as what? Again, that was the wire inside an electric bulb is known as what? Sorry about that, Janelle. I did not know that was the acronym. And that was the wire inside an electric bulb is known as what? Well done, Wes. Well done, David. Well done, Tom. And that was the wire inside. An electric bulb is known as what? And the answer is filaments. Next one. In what U.S. state is Charles Lindbergh's grave? Again, in what U.S. state is Charles Lindbergh's grave? Not California, but a good guess. A bit. I am glad. Not Illinois. And that was in what U.S. state is Charles Lindbergh's grave? I'll tell you the city. It's in Hana. And it's the place that gets the first sunrise at that location. Not Kansas, good guess. And that was in what U.S. state is Charles Lindbergh's grave? Well done, Janelle. And that was in what U.S. state is Charles Lindbergh's grave? And it's in Hana, Hawaii, where the first sunrise on the island occurs. Next one. Where on the human body are the most sweat glands? Again, where on the human body are the most sweat glands? Thanks, Jacqueline. Thanks, Jackie. We got this day after Thanksgiving. Kind of fun story. We went looking for a tree, couldn't find one. Just as we were leaving, we found it. Well done, Jackie. Not the back. And when we got this tree, we were about to leave where we were at, not the head. And just as we were leaving, someone showed us this tree. And that was, where on the human body are the most sweat glands? Not the scalp. And that was, where on the human body are the most sweat glands? And the answer is, again, that was, where in the human body are the most sweat glands? And the answer is the bottom of the feet. Next one. What snack is named after a Massachusetts city? Again, what snack is named after a Massachusetts city? Yeah, Antiquities, thanks again. Not Boston beans, but that's arguable for sure. This snack is actually named after a suburb of Boston. Not donut. The snack is named after a suburb of Boston. Boston baked beans, I guess we'll have to say that's got to be right. But there's a sweet snack that's named after a suburb of Boston. It's a suburb of Boston. Starts with an N. Finally getting some not Whoopie pies. I'm not familiar with that snack. We're finally starting to get some chilly weather here in the desert. It feels amazing to be able to wear winter clothes. Again, that was, what snack is named after a Massachusetts city? Starts with an N, not Nabasco wafers. Again, that was, what snack is named after a Massachusetts city? And the answer is, it's named after a suburb of Boston named Newton, and it is the Fig Newton. Next one. What is the longest running hour-long primetime show in U.S. history? Hour-long makes a difference, primetime makes a difference. What is the longest running hour-long primetime show in U.S. history? And if anybody's able to tip, it's really appreciated. On Venmo, I'm Kevin-McMahon-83. Yeah, Janelle, I don't really eat sweets a whole bunch, so I couldn't testify as to it being good or not. Not 60 minutes. "60 minutes is the longest running. For some reason, it's not 60 minutes. I forgot how they classified it, not as a show, as a news program, I think is what they did with 60 minutes. 60 minutes is a good guess, and I read up on this a little bit. I think a show is differentiated from a news program. I read on this stuff a fair amount. But this one is a fictional show. It used to be Gunsmoke, but Gunsmoke, at the end of their run, they were only half-hour shows. For most of it, though, it was 60 minutes. Not General Hospital, that one's not prime time. And what is the longest running hour-long primetime show in U.S. history. It has to do with cops and courts. And that was, what's the longest running hour-long primetime show in U.S. history? And the answer is Law and Order. Next one. Which element is named after the Greek word for green? And that was, what element is named after the Greek word for green? They put it in pools. And that was, what element is named after the Greek word for green? Well, on Wes. Not bromine. Well done, Janelle. And that was, what element is named after the Greek word for green? And the answer is chlorine. This question here is in honor of my girl Elisa. She lived here for a bit. Myself and her have driven this. And the question is, where can you drive the Turquoise Trail? Again, where can you drive the Turquoise Trail? It's quite the drive. Very beautiful. Lots of old towns. Very nice. Very mellow. And that was, where can you drive the Turquoise Trail? Not Arizona. Well done, Janelle. Well done, Beth. Well done, David. And that was, where can you drive the Turquoise Trail? And the answer is New Mexico, from near Santa Fe to near Albuquerque. One more time real quick. I want to thank my brother kindly for helping me along with really everything, but in particular this time for helping me with this camera. Thank you, John. You're the best. I want to thank Elisa for helping me along. Same things, pretty much everything. Thank you to my parents. Thank you to Cope for coming over. Thank you to everyone for hanging out. If anybody's able to tip, I'm Venmo. I'm at Kevin-Bogan-83. All the other ways are listed around the feed. And now one more question. How many vertebrae are in the human spine? Again, how many vertebrae are in the human spine? I love you, Elisa. Again, how many vertebrae are in the human spine? Not 16. Well done, Wes. Not 24. Good guess, though, Beth. Well done, David. Again, that was how many vertebrae are in the human spine? And the answer is 33. I want to thank y'all for hanging out. I really love doing this. I'm very appreciative that you enjoy doing it with me. Thank y'all very much. I'll see you again next week. Next week's going to be a really cool holiday show, so check it out. I want to wish you all a wonderful rest of your Sunday, a wonderful week, a happy holidays, and much love to everyone. Peace be with you.